Well, today is or I should say this evening is the 12th of June. It is a Thursday, 2014. And what I did was about 30 minutes, so I designed something to take care of the poo that this little one manufactures and displays in different places. Or discharges, one should say, better, probably word. But took two buckets. These are like 26.5 gallon sized buckets. You can get them from your deli. They usually have icing and that sort of thing in them. So the first bucket is this bucket. They're both the same size buckets, okay? But you need two buckets. There's the first bucket. You can throw the lid away on this one or keep it for a rainy day. You drill a bunch of holes about a third of the way up and you take the bottom out, okay? That's the first part of the deal. The second part is, you notice that this bucket is cut like a third of the way down from the top. You can vary it to whatever pleases you. I'd say up to half maybe. But you don't want it kind of sticking in the poo, so basically a third is about right. Then you fasten the lid on permanently. You can bolt it on, you can use elastic cement, or I just use the clips 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one to hold it in place. Then I bought a 99-cent door pull, cabinet pull, whatever you want to call El Cheapo, and bolted that to the underside, as you can see there. And so now, to show you how it goes together, you dig a hole, and this part here goes into the ground up to about this area here, okay? You want to leave a lip so you can find it, obviously. Then the other part, which is this part here with the cover, all one piece, okay, just slides right down into that one. Come to think of it, since this sticks up, you could probably put this part here level with the ground. The reason I say that is because this, see, has the same thing as that one. So it's going to stick above the ground this much, which is plenty. Okay, so now there's your doggy poo disposal. So then how do you, once you dig a hole and you backfill it so it's nice and snug, you can put some sand or some gravel, fine gravel in the bottom. And you could put a little bit of compost if you want, just a small amount. And about a half a cup of water for this size. This isn't a very big one because it's a little dog, this is a little Shih Tzu. And then probably a teaspoon of Rid-X or something similar. That's got the bacteria already in it. It gets it kind of started. Then the next time your dog poops in the yard, you pick it up, go to the back corner or wherever you put this thing, pull the lid off, throw your poo in there, water, a little Rid-X, compost, gravel, just like I said, and then you got your own self-made doggy poo composter. Don't have to worry about dumping it in the trash, which is a kind of a smelly deal, and putting it in little baggies and that sort of thing, so it's kind of gross too. I'm sure the garbage guys really love that. Can you imagine how much of that is in a landfill? But anyways, obviously if you have a big Great Dane, okay, that's the other end of the dog size, okay, you would go get yourself a garbage can, a big one, and you dig yourself a big hole, and that's how you do it the same way, you know. So it's all in making the size of the composter fit the size of the dog. So that's my latest venture. Didn't cost me but 99 cents to make. I see these are sold for ridiculous prices. Remember, holes up to about a third up and take the bottom out. That's the first part. Okay, here's the second part. Keep the lid, cut 2/3 of the bottom off, and that's your sleeve that fits in and comes off easily. See? There you go. This is G. Wooster signing off. And again, the second week in June, just to show you what I did with that doggy poo composter. This is a 26-gallon size. And you can get these buckets at any of your grocery store delis where they have icing and that, so you can ask them to save them or just give you what they've got. And they also have this size, which is a 5-gallon bucket. I use those to keep my honey in. That holds 5 gallons or 60 pounds of honey. And what I did is I painted the part. You can see they're both the same. It's going to be, I'll show you. So there you go. Above ground, this part here, the green part will be above ground, and all this other part will be below ground. So I made a bigger one and a smaller one. I'll probably give this to my pastor or somebody else so they can put it to good use. But that's kind of the end product, just so you can see what it looks like. Each one took about, I don't know, this one had a little bit bigger and a little bit more drilling to do with the plastic. Overall about an hour of what I call nuisance time and free time, whatever you want to call it. I'm retired, so it doesn't matter. And the little one probably about half an hour, not very long. But it's kind of fun to make and practical, because now you can put the doggy poo where it belongs. But this G. Wooster signing off.